All right, welcome back for another Doors and Hardware. What we're gonna do in this demonstration is we're gonna swing a commercial wooden door into a hull metal frame, okay? Pretty kind of standard practice. What I'm gonna show you is a bottom hinge method. Bottom, if I had a middle hinge, it'd be middle, and then top when I'm swinging the door. In this case, we don't have blocks for class. The reason for it is we add blocks, temporary blocks that we put hardware and stuff like that on, okay? So you gotta pretend, so I already got the hinges on. That was done in another room. I got a drill or an impact. I use an impact, I like an impact. So you gotta be able to feather your finger at times, okay? Control it. And also a number 3 tip, that's important. Number 2 is gonna strip your screws, come up on punch list, you gotta replace them. So number 3 tip. Got a door wheel, and also I have a carpet square on the end there that's protecting the floor and protecting the end of the, protecting the floor and protecting the door. So when I'm going to a door or an opening, this door goes in that opening, which is a left-hand reverse. Out in the field, you're gonna match the door number with the opening number. So all I'm taking is my drill, pocket full of screws, hinge screws, metal screws, carpet square. So I go over to the opening, drop my carpet square. Then I'm gonna take this, bring it over to the opening, setting a screw in it, like this. I'm gonna put 2 on the ground, the rest are gonna go right in my pocket. So it's ready. Picking up, a certain way of picking up, being careful not to damage a soffit or ceiling. But I'm just gonna pick it up, lock it in place, like this. Okay? If you have to pick it up a long ways, you're gonna be picking it up like this, and picking up and moving it. But a little short distance, you can pick it up, slide it over like this. Okay? Be careful there's no screws, dirt, rocks on the floor that when you rock it in, it doesn't chip the door. Okay, so now come on in on this side. Every position of my body is gonna be controlling the door down to where my finger is, touching the door and extend it out for the frame to control it. Now I'm gonna put my foot down up against it. I'm gonna take my right hand, my elbow is gonna be on my knee. So I'm gonna grab it. So now I have control over the door. It's against my leg. Pick it up. Slide it right into place, like that. Foot still against it. Finger kickstand. Get my drill. I'm gonna go real nice and gentle. Right about there, not tightening it. Get my next screw set up. Sometimes it doesn't go quite in, so see how my foot's against it? Switch feet. This helps keep control over it. I got my thumb going up and in. Sometimes it's a little bit low, and I'll show you, which it might be in this case. Just like this case. So sometimes what you need to do is loosen it just ever so slightly. And we'll retighten it. Enough that I can rock this up just a little bit. Okay? So I'm gonna take it now, I'm gonna lift it up. I'm just leaning it. I'm just leaning. So I'm gonna take my screw, put it in. With pressure still on the door, I'm going to take my screw gun, tighten these back up. Try and be careful not to go too much where you strip the screws. And I'm going to take the rest of my screws and finish putting the screws in. Down here on the bottom, the hinge has come out of the pocket just a little bit. So I'm going to pick up on it, get it back in the pocket. I better get the screw started. There we go. It's back in the pocket. And both of those are still loose. So I need to retighten them. There. It's kind of you gotta do it equally, not too much on one individually. Got to make sure your screws don't get stripped. If they do, you need to take them out, put new screws in. All things that will come up on punch. So I'm going to put some pressure on it. Make sure it's at the end, back side of the mortise pocket. Right. And we check it to see how well the frame's been installed. And that's setting the door from the bottom hinge, middle, top hinge method. Not everybody can do this method, and it has to do with arm span. You use a 3-foot door, most people can, but when they get wider than that, it takes a longer arm span type person to get it. In those cases, a top, middle, bottom works best. I enjoy this method because this hinge pocket, mortise pocket right here on the hull mill frames, I can rest on that. Other frames that don't have that, I'll do the other way. See how we did? In this particular case, this margin, 1/8 inch, is a well done door. Oh, excuse me, well done frame. So the door looks great. This to me would be just fine. If for some reason that it is tight, big gap, tight, big gap, you're gonna have to shim hinges. Okay, there's no bending hinges, otherwise it voids warranties. Shimming the hinge. That's it. Thank you.